guys, hello me to all you on Patreon. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and today we're going to briefly discuss some things that we're going to be doing with this channel, only because we did plan and we are going to store the newest live streams in here. But what's going on is, turns out that when we store the streams as private, they unfortunately lose. Oh, I gotta pick up some crap here on the floor. Oh, it's my Spanish. Okay. They unfortunately lose the live chat replays, and when you're not playing them inside of YouTube. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mirror the chats on the screen like we've done in the old times, and so that we can. Let me just clean up real quick here too. 1 minute. Cause I got stuff here I can put away, and yeah, that's better. All right, so at least I won't have so many little pieces going on the floor and getting lost. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to record and show the chat on the screen like we were doing in the old days. And the other reason we're going to do that is because we find out if you edit the chats, you lose the chats. So that means that anything that we might want to edit or save for later don't get saved. So in other words, let me tell you a story here. A couple of days ago, I got a reminder that one of my videos was being demonetized because there was some music in one of the phone calls. So I tried the option at YouTube that says they'll try to mask out the music. I tried masking out long ago myself on streams like that and always lost the chat. So I thought, well, maybe this time they won't lose the chat. They lost the chat. People wondered where the hell the chat was. They couldn't even find the chat. They couldn't follow the threads because they couldn't even see who was talking. So what we're going to do is we're going to record the chats and show them on the screen, because that way you will always know what's going on. You're not going to have that, gee, what did that person say kind of attitude. Now you'll be able to know. And it's very important for sharing these on Patreon, because YouTube, if you mark a video as private, YouTube will even, unfortunately, take away the comment section. But it's always been that way. So, yeah, okay, so the comment sections kind of disappear too. So what I'm going to do is, a lot of YouTubers do this. They will start individual exclusive on Patreon first, and then they will later share it with the people on YouTube at a later time. How is it done? I don't know. I have no clear idea how it's done. But we'll see if we can do that. And I am going to be putting some exclusive content up here on Patreon so that you can follow everything that's going on. So you can, like, any kind of videos, any kind of follow-up videos. We've talked about merchandising. We're talking about creating new content that's exclusive to Patreon. And so we're going to try to do that. In addition to, because this allows me to share photos and stuff as well. I have things in my Google Drive account I'd like to share here that I could not share on YouTube because of copyright. Take, for example, the Margaritaville song that me and Lemmy did, the cover we did. You can't share that on YouTube. Okay, so that song has never been shared except on Discord. So that audio stream we'd like to share. I also would like to start doing some Patreon exclusives as well, such as maybe an audio book recording of Maka's World. And we're still working on Ballad of the Snow Teen, but that one we might release some of the public information from Ballad of the Snow Teen as well, so that people can actually read the Ballad of the Snow Teen as we have it. There's a few chapters in the book that will need to be rewritten because they kind of go off on a tangent, and we're going to have to rewrite those. But we'll work on it. There's a lot of good stuff in there, in Ballad of Snow Teen. And it's supposed to be rated for young adult and older, but there's things in there that definitely is more for a mature audience, mostly mature audience. Okay? So it doesn't mean, let's talk about that real quick. Maturity does not mean the same thing as your age. Okay? You can be mature, you could be 8, and you could have the maturity level of a 20-year-old. You could be 20 and have the maturity level of an 8-year-old. It is completely different than your chronological age. And so therefore, when I say maturity, I'm talking about a way that you act and socialize and communicate. Not talking about your chronological age. Don't get the two mixed up. Also, we want to start working on, this is in the plans, guys. Don't hold me to it yet. We're going to start trying to do some tarot card readings. I've never done tarot cards in my life. I'm going to be trying to learn. I've watched plenty of general readings from my sign, which is Aquarius, and from my girlfriend's sign, which is Virgo. And I have basically, shared a lot of things with you guys. That's another thing we're going to release, is my astrological report and Lomi's astrological report. And we will also release my Lomi and my compatibility report, so you can see how the two of us work together. So all this stuff will be on Patreon, exclusively for Patreon members. So this is not, there's going to be some things open to the public, obviously, to get you guys to come in. This video is one of those videos. But we're going to have exclusives for Patreon members to join in and watch. And we'll try to see if we can do a way to let non-paying members at least see what they're missing out on. Okay? And that's what we're going to do. So everybody, I want to say first of all, thank you for being part of this Patreon project from the YouTube channel. Our channels, I have 3 channels, and Lemmy has a channel. Yep. We're going to put my channel content on there too. You want your content on there? Could we? We can. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing we need to work on. What about all the World of Warcraft gameplay? That's going to be on there too. Well, what I would like to do is, can I set up on Patreon subcategories where I can break it down by sections? Like, for example, the video gaming, the astrology, the spirituality, electronics, the technology, the photography, the political. Yeah, I will look into that. The whole idea is to break it down into categories so that we can easily follow them and not get everybody flooded with content that they may not want to see. So if you're in astrology, you're going to want to see astrology. You're not going to be interested in seeing spirituality mixed in with it. Or maybe you might. Maybe you might want to be part of both. that's fine. Okay, that's the whole idea, is to see if we can get all to work together and have a good content for everybody. Well, let's talk about one thing while we're at it. Since we're sitting at the original studio, the old studio, as messy as it is. Okay, this is the old studio. You can only see part of it, but this old couch, this room has been where we started doing videos. We didn't have the fancier setup in the old days. I have videos about that. I could share them with you. Some of the old videos of when we set up the studio and how we used to do things. I don't know if I have the old tutorials of how we used to edit videos anywhere, but it's not that different than now. This video is going to be edited a little bit. It's going to be cleaned up a little bit, only because we want to put a nice little header and footer on it, and or what they call header and trailers. Okay, and so that we can see the or heads and tails and motion pictures. So you can see how the video is doing. And well, of course, we have the content from our Welcome to Our World channel, which we can also, which relates to video games, we can release as well. But the most important thing that I want to do is, even if you're a member of Patreon, please do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channels where the video content is from, because we really seriously would like to have you be part of both, if you can. Right, exactly. And let's also cover one other thing too about what this channel, your channel does, and my channel does. Well, yours is different than mine, but okay. You want to do it? I will, yeah. My channel, Let Me In Finish Track, covers spirituality and the way I see things from my last long life, which from February 11th, 1835 to March 11th, 1910. Okay, so we cover a lot of different content, how I see the world from then to now. We talked about the Victorian era in a piece. We did a piece on that. We have discussed spirituality. We discuss my thoughts on what's going on with politics. And Michelle does the same thing on her channel. Right. And then welcome on my main channel, which is MicheleMarieDalene. The original channel is the catch-all. What that means is it covered everything. From my North American Snow Queen work to my gameplay to my everyday videos to my live streams, my political views. The problem was it got so complicated and so big and so unwieldy and so many different topics that when I wanted to create originally in my local area a community access channel on the cable system, I needed to find a way to separate my content for the cable system from my YouTube content, because originally I had YPP. I used to have a YouTube Partner Program. And because of that, I couldn't run advertising in the cable system. Their terms of service prohibited it. So, for that reason, I couldn't run banners, I couldn't run trailers, I couldn't run footers, and the shows had to be less than 30 minutes. Meant no big long spiels talking about on live streams, talking about for 6 hours. That wasn't going to happen. So, what we did to help separate the Welcome to My World channel from the YouTube channel was to have two separate channels. This is when YouTube was just starting to come out with sub-channels and branding channels. And so the Welcome to My World channel was a branded channel. And after I gave up on the cable system because of my arthritis, and it was getting harder and harder to get down there, the channel remained dormant for many years. And then we decided to, so we ran into a problem with Federator Allied Media, and we temporarily couldn't stream it all on the main channel. We started carrying the live streams on the Welcome to the World channel along with the YouTube gameplay of World of Warcraft Classic. And that's why if you go on welcome to my world channel, you see the latest videos on that channel is the gameplay. Exactly. It's not even the other content. Right. Okay. So because of that, there was absolutely completely different setup now. Right. So, we're working on trying to rebrand the channel and to reinvest into our content production. And that's the whole objective here, is to rebrand, restructure, and rebuild, and make things a little bit less messy for everybody else to follow. Now, the next thing is a Patreon. Obviously, I can upload files directly to Patreon. So if there's any kind of software or anything that is of shareable nature, like things I can share, like shareware programs, whatever, I can share them up here too. I can upload them, or at least I can send a link to them from my Google Drive. And so therefore Patreon can act as an extension to my YouTube channel, because there are things on my YouTube channel you can't share easily. For example, if I wanted to share a shareware game, I can add in my description a link to the game, but unless you're watching the video where I mention the game, you're not going to know how necessarily to get the game. Now, since the way that YouTube system works, sharing the link isn't going to work if a video is private. Okay? Now, I know a lot of content creators on things like other channels on YouTube, they will go through and they will make a video link unlisted on YouTube, but they still share the content on Patreon. We can do that, and that's what we are going to do, because the only thing is that means that anybody who's not so forthcoming is going to get a copy of the link, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to share it with everybody, thus defeating the purpose. But even if you set it private, they're still going to be able, once they see the stream on your Patreon, they're still going to click on the link, and it's still going to have a link to share with their buddies. So it doesn't really matter. At least so it's unlisted. At least you can still get view counts, you can still get likes, dislikes. You can still put that content out there, and that's what we're going to do. And this is a good example video of where we're going to upload it straight to Patreon and not to YouTube. Although YouTube on T-Mobile lets me upload directly for free. That's a good point. YouTube on Patreon YouTube videos on binge onto T-Mobile upload for free. Right. But if you upload a video to Patreon, it does not get uploaded for free. Correct. So, wouldn't it make sense to just upload it to Patreon, YouTube, and then just send the link to Patreon? Yeah, it would make sense. Okay, then do that then. Make it easier for all of us. Especially make it easier on your cell phone plan, because right now we need to talk about that. We need to get this hooked back up again, guys. The service, we turned it off because when Michelle was in an accident, we didn't even get a chance to keep our phone service. We had to cancel service because we thought she was moving. So the idea is we want to get the phone lines back. Don't pull the cord, you'll knock over the camera. Oh, okay. Yes, exactly. Right. We're gonna do that. We're gonna work on that. Along with a few other things. Right. So the idea is to get the home phone back on, and maybe set up some routing tables, allowing us to route the YouTube content through T-Mobile and then route the other content through Frontier. Phone calls will go through Frontier. Phone calls will go through Frontier. Right. The only thing is, I do not know which IP addresses that YouTube is using for its variety of shows and content to add into the routing to the T-Mobile. We'll have to figure that out. Just plug in a second cable and program it through the routing tables. Yeah. Okay. That's exactly what we're going to do. Alright, guys. Anyway, I wanted to say that we're going to work on new content and that everything is going to hopefully be better than it was in the past. If you've went through this channel in the past and suffered through some horrific videos where all of this is lots of whining and tears, well, we're going to try to work on that, guys. We will do our best to make things better. But the most important thing you can do is to share these videos with your friends. Share the channels with your friends. Subscribe to the channels. And that's because that will help us to grow better and faster. Now, we already are registered as a tax entity, so we are technically registered as a business. People didn't know that. So we're not just a fly-by-night, half-asleep corporation. We're not a corporation. We're not a corporation. We are a... why do you got a bottle of water here? That's from Homeless Mike brought that over here. Oh, okay. And this one here is same thing. Yep. So, everybody, thank you very much for sharing with us. Oh, yeah. For those of you who wonder, what was the injury? Well, the knee, my left knee, which originally had arthritis, broke in half. Ow. Actually, when it broke, it didn't hurt. It fell and then just broke in half. But, like I said, it's good enough now. I can walk pretty well. So it's that was in December. So right now, at the time of recording this, it is the May 25th, 2020. It's Memorial Days. So I've been getting back on my feet and doing everything as best I can. Right now, at this time, state of Connecticut is in the level 1 opening after COVID-19. So if you wonder, so to give you an idea of what the time period was, it's we could do a whole video on COVID-19. We could easily do that. You know, I don't know if anybody wants to hear it. Not in 2020, they don't. Maybe in 2025, some historian may want to know the story. Right. All right, guys. So for now, do me a favor. Stay out of trouble. Oh, yes, the live streams. I'm going to let you know the official schedule. The official schedule for the live streams is as follows. Monday through Friday, we have been doing them around 8 o'clock at night. Officially, it's not stated in our list, but, well, look for us then as Eastern time, please. And on Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So you can catch us then, and we can talk about different things on the show. And again, I want to thank everybody who came here today to watch the show. Much appreciated. Much love talking to you. And of course, that's the microphone. Okay, it's better. Okay, so by the way, for those of you who don't know, the studio is very small. It's a very simple studio setup. It's been a pretty interesting setup for a long time. So it works. It works. Yes, it works. All right, guys, that's it for now. Stay out of trouble. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.